Namaste, welcome to Aro Ha. My name is Simon and we're going to be practicing yoga today together, International Day of Yoga, coming to you live here from the Southern Mountains. We've got some local friends here that are joining us in the studio to practice today, and sending you lots of love here from the deep south out to Australia and wherever else you might be tuning in from. So you guys are ready, we'll make our way to the mats and here at Aro Ha, yoga is a big part of the program, an International Day of Yoga, a real opportunity to celebrate what yoga is and how it can be in service to us, such an ancient, powerful, beautiful practice to connect, really, connect yoga. One of the translations of yoga is union. Sometimes I like to call this connection. And in these Eastern traditions or lots of different indigenous traditions, we can really see ourselves more than just a physical body. So yoga on one aspect, we're addressing the physical body, but we're also using that as a vehicle to go beyond the physical. And one aspect to this is the breath, the mind, and the spirit. So it's a pathway to build on top of these things and fuse it all together in that center of the heart. So find a comfortable seated position to begin. Got something to sit on, the bolster here, or at home you might like to use a block or a book or whatever you have lying around. Just finding a nice comfortable upright position, hands to the knees, nice straight spine. And just take a moment here to close down your eyes. Just acknowledging to yourself that you have arrived. Today also happens to be the equinox, the shortest day of the year. What an opportunity to go inwards, to take stock. Letting the dust settle, nervous system calm. To begin our practice this afternoon, we're going to be beginning with some pranayama. And we'll set an intention and then we'll get underway with a little bit of movement. It's going to be a relatively gentle practice, honouring the fact that it is winter, it is the equinox, and we're here to connect. So to begin, just bring the hands to the knees, and I'm going to demonstrate a pranayama technique called Mukha Bhastrika. And what this does is allow us to really release, really exhale everything out. It's almost like the upside down bell curve, the peak of winter where we're reaching that point of stillness, and then we can rise up on the other side. So we're really going to let everything out of this bottom of this bell curve to then reintroduce coming into the next season. So I'm going to demonstrate first, hands to the knees. We'll take a big breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, I'm going to fold forward and release through the mouth. I'll show you now. Pursing the lips together, really squeezing out everything you can. We'll go through that 5 times. And then we're going to practice Nadi Shodhana for a few rounds, the alternate nostril breathing. And that's to balance the left and right hemisphere of the brain, where we can be nice and centered, nice and focused, setting our intention, and then we'll get into our practice. So to begin, we're in our seated position, preparing for 5 breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Four more like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. 3 more. Letting it all go. 2 more. Last one. Taking a big breath in. Holding the breath for a moment here. So we start to find that stillness. And a gentle breath out here. Bringing your right hand up to close the right nostril with your right thumb. Taking a big breath in through the left nostril. Closing both sides for a moment. Exhale, right side. Inhale through the right nostril. Closing both sides. Exhale, left. I'm going to do 2 more rounds like this, balancing the left and right hemisphere of the brain. Inhaling left. Holding the breath. Awareness in the third eye center. Center for clarity, focus. Higher knowing as you exhale right. Inhaling right side. Holding. Exhale left. One last round here, slowing it down slightly, inhaling left. Holding for slightly longer, kumbhaka. Exhale right. Might surprise yourself of how long you can comfortably hold it here. You inhale right. Holding the breath. Exhale left. Releasing the right hand. This time taking one big breath in through both nostrils. Holding the breath. Awareness here in the third eye center, holding the breath for as long as you comfortably can. Whenever you need, just gently release the breath, coming back to your own natural rhythm. If it feels right for you, you can bring your hands together at heart center. Just acknowledging to yourself here the opening of your practice, you have arrived. Perhaps taking a moment here, International Yoga Day, to acknowledge what yoga has meant for you, this ancient sacred practice, the non-dual teachings helping us to remember, to decondition, to awaken to the truth of who we are, why we're here. For this practice today, 1 hour practice, an opportunity to set an intention. What would you like to receive? How would you like to feel? What would you like to open yourself to? Once you find clarity here, just repeating that intention to yourself 1 or 2 times. We'll open the space here with 1 round of the mantra Om, chanting here together in the Shala. If you feel comfortable at home, feel free to join or simply receive. Take a clearing breath first, big breath out. Big breath in to clear. Breathing out through the mouth. Opening the space, inhaling for the mantra Om. Welcome. Please make your way into child's pose. The knees can be wide apart, the outside edges of your mat, or closer together. Take a moment here to begin in stillness. Surrender. Acknowledgement, here we are. There you are, wherever that may be, we are here. We'll begin by connecting in with the breath, noticing your breath, deepening your breath. A couple more breaths here. The shortest day of the year. Your next exhale, staying here where you are. As you inhale, slowly make your way up onto your hands and knees. We'll take a moment just to sit ourselves up here, the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Fingers are spread. Once again, connecting in with the breath. As we begin to sync breath to movement. Your next exhale, find your way back to child's pose. As you inhale, coming back onto your hands and knees, tabletop. Breath to movement, exhale, child's pose. Finding your own rhythm, connecting in with your own rhythm of breath here as you inhale, rising up. As you exhale, back down. Warming up the body, connecting in with the body. 2 or 3 more rounds. See if you can hear yourself breathing. One more
time as you exhale, coming to child's pose. Inhaling back to center, coming onto the hands and knees. This time for the exhale, we're going to flip the feet and push back into downward facing dog. Just for the one breath here. Knees can be bent. As you inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. This is our flow. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're alternating between down dog and child's pose. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose. Syncing your breath to your movement as you come up. Nice and simple, finding your own rhythm. Nice work. 2 or 3 more rounds here. Warming up the spine, warming up the body, connecting the breath to the movement. That's the key. We all have different bodies, different rhythms of breath. Union, connection, connecting here to yourself. As we come into our last round, we'll meet together in downward facing dog. As you find your way there, anything I say is just an invitation, so if you'd like to make any adjustments, come to your knees anytime, you're welcome. And here in down dog, we'll begin simply by walking out the hips, bending the knees, making sure the fingers are nice and spread. And slowly starting to walk the feet towards the hands, small steps. Going to work towards a ragdoll position. So as you make it to the top, let the hands hang or perhaps bring them to the opposite elbow. Let the head be nice and heavy. Knees can be bent. I'm going to be here for around 30 seconds to a minute, so really surrender, really see what you'd like to let go. Another option is to place the hands under the feet, palms facing up. Most importantly, see if you can let your head be heavy. See if you can relax the neck. Perhaps a little sway from side to side. Visualizing your spine as a chain, the head as a bowling ball held up by the chain. Breathing deeply. Nice work. Shortest day, middle of winter, going inwards. Here we are. Before we open ourselves up, what would you like to let go of? What would you like to leave here as the days will start getting longer? What do you want to clear out of the closet? Taking 2 more breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Letting the hands gently come to the hips. We're going to slowly uncurl ourselves, vertebrae by vertebrae, starting at the tailbone, making our way all the way to standing. And you make it here, just releasing the hands to the side, closing down the eyes. I am here. Presence. Acceptance. Remembering your intention. As you bring your hands together at heart center. And connect that breath to movement once again. As you inhale, send the hands up towards the sky as you look up, opening up. As you exhale, fold yourself down to the ground. North to south. Inhale, rising up, reaching up. Ranganui. Connecting breath to movement as you exhale, fold forward, Papatonuku. Simple movements, breath to movement, inhale, rise. Finding your own rhythm here. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that. Seeing ourselves as conduits, as channels, as receptors of universal energy. Folding forward one more time. Inhale, rise. This time bringing the hands together as you exhale, draw them into the heart space. As we open to Surya Namaskar, inhale, rise. Sun Salutations, one of the most famous sequences, fold forward. As you inhale, bring the hands to your shin, looking up, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, lower yourself down, Chaturanga. All the way down. As you inhale, just a little lift through the upper back. Baby Cobra, releasing the hands, no weight through the hands for now. As you exhale, flip the feet, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here, sinking into the pose. Letting the pose be yours. Make sure those fingers are spread, protecting the wrists. As you send the tailbone to the sky, opening through the chest, the shoulders. After your next exhale, step the feet through in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let that head be heavy. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Do one more round. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. So we pick it up slightly, the pace. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, lower yourself down. Little baby cobra here. As you exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. See if you can keep the breath rhythm the same, even in the stillness. We practice these poses, asana, to purify the body, cleaning the body, to prepare ourselves for what's next. For the stillness, for the breath, for working with the mind, coming into the last breath here. After your next exhale, step or perhaps float your way forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way out. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back, lower yourself down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog if you're ready. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just the one breath this time. So you inhale, send the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step the right foot through in between your hands, high lunge position. As you inhale, coming up. Cactus arms, opening the chest. As you exhale, hands together, heart center. Breath to movement. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, hands together, 2 more times. Inhale, open, chest, shoulders. Exhale together. This time to hold. Inhale, opening up. Staying here, 5 breaths. Checking your alignment. Hips squared, facing forward. What would you like to open up to? Vast mountains behind us. Strong Shiva pillars. Your next inhale, send your arms up to the sky as you look up, acknowledging what's above. As you exhale, fold forward, sending the right leg back. Holding in high plank for a moment. And gently lowering yourself down, elbows tucked in close to your body. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sending the left leg up as you inhale. Exhale, stepping the left foot through. So you inhale, high lunge with cactus arms. Breath to movement. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Expansion and contraction. The ultimate contraction, equinox. One more time. We contract so that we can expand. Opening up. Holding here, 5 breaths. Nice work. On your next inhale, sending the arms up. Ranganui.
Exhale, Papatunuku. Left leg back. Lower yourself down. Inhale, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, 5 breaths. Doing well. This time we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet slowly. Walking ourselves up to a standing position. From here at the bottom of our mat, take one big step forward with the right foot. As we place the hands to the sacrum. Right foot forward. Right hand stays on the sacrum, left arm comes up. Breath to movement as we exhale, folding forward, left hand to the ground. Dynamic pyramid pose. As you inhale, send the left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, fold back down 2 more times. Dynamic movements, then to hold. This time as we exhale, we're going to hold it. Five breaths. Cultivating what's called apana vayu, downwards moving force or direction of prana, which is really supported by longer exhales. This idea of grounding, of calming, going inwards. And one more breath. Next inhale, coming back up to standing, sending that left arm up. As you exhale, step the left foot forward, releasing the left hand behind your back. Changing sides. Right foot steps back. Left hand stays on your sacrum, right hand comes up. Breath to movement, exhale to fold. Inhale, rise. Finding your own rhythm. 2 more times. Opening to expand. This time to contract. Holding here for 5 breaths. Your next inhale, rising back up. Reaching up. Exhale, release the hand, coming back to standing.
we go through one more vinyasa, inhale, rising up, reaching up nice and tall, coming up onto the tippy toes. See if you can go a little higher. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, hold in high plank position. Holding here for a few breaths. As you reach the head forward, send the heels back, engage the core, and breathe. Tapas. A little challenge perhaps to overcome. Winter can bring some challenges sometimes. How do we face those challenges? When you're ready, elbows close to the body, lower yourself down all the way to the earth. Giving yourself permission to surrender, releasing the head, releasing the hands. I'm going to come into one of my favorite poses here, dynamic Shalabhasana. Please bring the hands onto the sacrum, palms facing up. Connecting once again with the breath, exhale to stay here. As you inhale, sweep the right arm around as you peel your upper body off the ground, looking forward. As you exhale, release the hand, turn your head to your left side away from your hand. Other side, inhale, sweep the left arm around, looking forward. This time, release the hand, turn your head to the right. So we're moving the head away from the hand. Inhale, right hand. Exhale, release. Inhale, left hand sweeps round, looking forward. Exhale, release. Introducing the legs now. So as we inhale, bringing the right hand forward, lifting the left leg, so opposites. Exhale, release, turning the head to the left. Inhale, left hand rises, left hand, right leg. Exhale, head turns to the right. Continuing on there in your own rhythm. Nice. Do a few more rounds on each side. Finish with one more round. We started with the right hand, so making sure we finish with the left, nice and balanced. And then come to rest, releasing the hands, releasing the head, releasing, letting go. Breathing. Please roll yourself over onto your back. Bringing the feet into your sit bones. You can touch the heels with your fingertips. Start by bringing the knees into the chest, giving them a big squeeze, perhaps rocking a little from side to side. Planting those feet back. As you inhale, lift the hips up for dynamic bridge pose. As you exhale, releasing the hips back down. Breath to movement. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, release. This time we're going to add the arms in as well. So as you inhale, lift the hips and the arms over your head. Painting rainbows, releasing the hands to the ground. As you exhale, hips and hands back down by your side. Breath to movement. We'll take 2 more rounds of dynamic bridge before we hold. As you come into the hold, feel free to make some adjustments to the shoulders. You can either leave the arms up over your head or perhaps bring them under your tailbone, interlacing the fingers. As we prepare to hold here for 5 breaths. As we release from this pose, we're going to do it slowly, starting with the top of the spine, uncurling that spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, tailbone comes last. Window wiping the knees from side to side. Then we're going to bring the right foot across the left upper leg. Then we're going to put the right hand through the legs, grabbing the back of the left. Giving ourselves a nice big squeeze there. From here we're going to keep the legs as they are and release the hands to our side. Coming into a twist, we're going to move both of our legs off to the left side so that the right foot plants on the ground. As we look over the right shoulder, just a simple twist as we begin to integrate this practice. Cultivating the force of Samana Vayu, circular force centered at the navel. This force is responsible for our digestion, activated by twisting the body. It's that simple. We twist the body, we activate this force. It helps us to digest both food but also the non-physical things, digest our experiences, our yoga practice, situations that may happen in our life. As we slowly make our way back to the center, releasing that right foot back down, perhaps taking another window wiper from side to side. This time the left leg comes in front of the right, grabbing hold of the right upper leg, giving yourself a big squeeze. ready, releasing the arms, and send that left foot to your right side, coming into that twist. Looking out over the left shoulder. Om Samanaya Swaha, activating that force, the navel, also known as the Manipura, the fire center. What would you like to digest? What would you like to throw into the fire? So we take the final few breaths here. When you're ready, coming back to the center. Untwisting yourself. Big knee hug. Maybe a little rock from side to side. We want to give ourselves a big squeeze here so the spine can come back to equilibrium. As we prepare here for our Shavasana, let the legs be long. Perhaps using the bolster or blanket under the knees. So you bring your staff to complete stillness. Shavasana translating as corpse pose or final resting pose. Some would say this is the most important pose. All the rest, moving the body, prepare us towards being still. So here we are in stillness. Nothing to do. Nowhere to be. Notice yourself drifting off in thoughts. See if you can notice that simply as the witness. Just notice it's happened. No judgment. Simply come back to your breath. I'll leave you here for a couple of minutes in silence. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Softly allow yourself to come back into the room, bringing your awareness back here into the space, or into your space. Allowing yourself to deepen your breath, coming back to your body. As you're already introducing some small movements, fingers, the toes. Perhaps stretching your arms up over your head as if you're waking up for the first time. Rolling off to one side. And keeping your awareness inwards, please make your way to a comfortable seated position. We'll close with a short meditation. Perhaps sitting up on a prop. Nice tall spine, chest, shoulders open, back of the neck long. Connected here to the natural rhythm of breath. This meditation is called Kaya Sthira. Kaya is the body, Sthira, stillness or steadiness. So this practice is the stillness and steadiness of our body. It's said in meditation, when we focus our awareness on an object, we absorb the qualities of that object. So the object here is our own body, your own body. By bringing that to complete stillness, complete steadiness, the mind can then absorb those qualities of stillness and steadiness. Before we begin, just asking yourself if there's any small movements you need to make to commit to being still. When you're ready, committing to being still, completely steady. You may like to visualize yourself as a large mountain range, completely steady, completely still. As we allow the mind to absorb those qualities. In your own time, as you feel ready, please bring your hands together at heart center.
Acknowledging to yourself here your intention, calling that back in, asking yourself how you feel now. We give thanks to each other here for practicing together, Sangha community, the global community practicing from all sorts of different places here, visualizing ourselves as little beacons of light, connecting, harmonizing with the stillness, the steadiness, this peace. From this place, we can go deeper, we can ask questions, self-inquiry, and ultimately remember, yoga is not so much about learning anything new, it's more about removing layers, deconditioning, to remember what's already there. Words from one of my teachers: we are never not what it is we are looking for. It's already here. Take a big breath in, a big breath out through the mouth. One more clearing breath, big breath in, big breath out. Close the space with one round of the mantra Om. Big breath in. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining us from home. Hope you enjoyed the practice and look forward to seeing you again. Kia ora.